Hi everyone, it's Happymailqueen. I have another Alina Craft Design Team project to share with you guys. Vintage sewing machine die. I think it's so cute and it has all these little pieces. You have the sewing machine and the spool, some buttons, this scalloped heart scissors, and a couple of safety pins. Isn't that cute? So if you guys are interested in this die, I will leave the link in the description box below. And then of course you guys know I've been into this memory book kick, as well as my Memorydex cards. And so yes, I did use the memory book again and the door frame. So hopefully you guys are not sick of seeing all my little memory decks and memory books. So of course this one is sewing themed. So let me go ahead and share the Memorydex card first. Isn't this cute, you guys? I love it. So I used again the Memorydex set, which I don't know, I misplaced right now, but oh, here it is. This one right here, and I only used the bottom part to create the these. Now I did make a mistake. I totally forgot that this was a Memorydex, and I started decorating, and then I forgot I didn't punch out I didn't put the holes on the bottom, so I kind of had to do it after the fact. So yeah, I had to kind of help it with my scissors because, you know, I had so many layers on it already, but I was still able to get it on there. Okay, so where to start? Let's see. So my base, I just again used my envelope punch board, and I think this one is a little bit smaller. I think I only did a 3. Oh no, it's a 4. No, I did a 4x4 again. I did a 4x4 inch envelope. And then I forgot to share that I also used one of these scalloped border. It's actually this one right here. I use this one. And to create that, so of course I only used half of it, you know, I only put it through halfway. And then once I did that, then I made this is the spool. Oh goodness, I didn't even realize I used all these dies and I didn't pull them out. Here's the other one, the ribbon holder. I used the largest one, and I cut that in with the gold. I cut it out of the gold cardstock, and then I cut out the sewing machine, popped out all the little pieces, and then just put it on top so that I wanted the little accents on the sewing machine to be gold. So that worked out. And then added some of the Alina Craft gold flat back gems there. And then this thread is actually the one I got from Joann's, which is the crochet thread. I wanted it to, you know, pop out and show, because if I use a regular thread, you might not really see it very well. So yeah. I went ahead and just basically, let's see, how did I do it? The thread goes all the way down here, so I don't know if you can see that, but where the needle would be, there is also thread there. So what I did was I glued the thread behind the bottom part of the sewing machine, and then I went up this way and glued it here, and then I went here and then wound it. So that's how I achieved that look. And then the paper I use is one of my precious Tilda paper. You guys know these Tilda papers are not cheap, so this one is called Happiness is Homemade. And as you may recall, if you watch my channel, I did do a lipstick box using this paper, and I was dedicating it to my mom. So this is kind of part of the whole little collection that I'm creating for her in memory of her. So of course I had to do something with the sewing machine, so this is what I ended up with. So I cut this out of the paper. It's like a ribbon with it's one of the like border edges of one of the paper collection, one of the paper designs, and it has a button on it, so I thought that would be really cute. And I just layered a couple of, I made just fishtail banners. I love using fishtail banners, and I just glued that on top of each other. And then these are cut aparts. The flowers are cut aparts from the collection, so I went ahead and put a couple of flowers, and of course I had to put some lace because it is, you know, a sewing themed one in it. So I got this vintage lace, I think from my friend Sophia. Hey girl, thanks for the lace. I love using this vintage lace. The color is just perfect. So I put some here behind the flowers as well as on the bottom here. And then this spool is from a set of buttons. I think it's one of those knickknacks or dress me up buttons from, probably from Hobby Lobby, I'm thinking. As well as, no, I didn't use the scissors. This one here, I think it's part of that set too, which is, this is a needle. So I thought it'd be cute to just kind of tuck in behind the spool, and then that way I can hang some charms and some more of my mom's vintage buttons, as well as this pair of scissors that I think this is from Michael's, if I'm not mistaken, from the dollar section, you know, when they had the dollar bins before. And then these are just cut aparts. There's a spool here, or a thread holder or whatever, and then another spool here of thread, and then one of those cut apart cards from the collection. There's a star here. That's another pop, you know, not cut apart, but they're actually pieces that you can pop out, cardstock shapes that you can pop out from the paper collection. And then the back just looks like that, and that's it. I think it came out really cute, and I love this blue button right here. I think it went kind of well because of this blue here. I love the way this came out, the way I was able to layer it. It's one of my favorite ones, I have to say. So I hope you guys liked it too. Okay, and then of course I had to make one of these little memory books that I'm going to put my mom's pictures in. So I think it's going to be really sweet, and I can just, you know, it's nice and small, so I can just like carry it around with me, tote it around with me, right? Instead of a big, you know, album. So I think this would be really cute. I can show it to, you know, my family once I put the pictures in. So again, I constructed, you know, the same way, pretty much the way I've been constructing these little memory books. And then I cut the sewing machine in gold this time. This is one of the cut aparts from the collection. I put, there's an actual spool of thread here. It's a pop out from the collection, so it was nice and small, and I thought it looked perfect there. And then I put another one here behind that, and here's that pin, safety pin. Put some bling from Alina Craft again, and then I did my same closure with the ribbon clasp. And I decided this time to, you know, put a little charm here. So basically I just used my Euro. I just wanted small little holes on here. I didn't want to have to go through the trouble of putting a what is that called, a eyelet or anything like that. So I just punched 2 holes, and then I was able to put the thread through, the crochet thread through, made a bow, And I just kind of wanted to, you know, just let it hang and nothing too fancy. I put a little flat back pearls from Alina Craft, and then Made with Love charm. And again, this is part of that scissors, same scissors from Michaels. And then you open it up. I do have some more charms here, some more buttons from my mom's sewing box, and this thimble here, which I think is from Michaels. It's from another sewing set. I think it was one of those Pemberley ones. And then you open it up, and I made a rosette. This is a cut apart. One of the dies from Alina Craft, which is the I used recently for a Memorydex. This one right here. I love that size. It's just such a perfect size for a rosette. And I think this is like a 3-inch rosette, if I'm not mistaken, or 2.5. No, probably a 3-inch. Okay, so then I just layered some papers so that I can put this sewing machine. This is another button that I cut the shank, you know, in the back so I can glue it down. And then here I just put a button with some thread in it. There's that fun cut up, you know, that I cut from the paper collection again. It's like a ribbon. And then I wanted to keep this blank because I want to just put photos. And then the pockets, I had to hand cut these because this was part of the paper collection, but they weren't pop outs, you know, they weren't cut out already, so I had to hand cut it. And then I wanted to back it up with some gold just to kind of make it pop a little bit. So there's a spool there, and then there's that button from the die set, the vintage vintage sewing machine set. And then I wanted to use that. I'm loving the cute little butterfly bows from Alina Craft. So there's another one that I use. I guess I kind of used a whole lot of dies to create this album. So I did one there, and I put another one in the back, but I didn't put any gem because I didn't want to. I might just put it. So I put, that's from Alina Craft again. Just matted it. Again, this is the door frame. I love using this particular one for the, you know, the mat, the picture mats. So that just goes in there and it tucks in the back, and then each page is similar. So I wanted to be able to put a photo here, here too. Here's the pair of scissors. Oh, I need to put a bling right there. Screaming for a bling right there. And then here's another one of these, another photo mat. I didn't do the back. I might just, we'll see. I was thinking of, I can journal, you know, each picture that I can kind of journal on it. But this is also a journaling spot there, so we'll see. I might just leave it. And then there's that pair of scissors. This is another button. I cut the shank and the back off. So I think I used up all of my little sewing embellishments. And then there's that. Left that blank pretty much. And look at that paper. Isn't that great? Sewing needle since 1999. Then there's what do you call it? A measuring tape ribbon there. Another button there. Lots of the buttons. I love those buttons from that die set. And then I made another rosette here. And there's that scalloped heart, and I just put a little gem, and that's it. And the back is just plain. I'll probably just put my name on there, and I am having fun with these. They're just so quick and easy to do that, you know, you can just make a bunch of these, send them out to friends if you wanted to. It's a great little mini album to create. It doesn't take that much time to make, and it's great for, you know, like when if you're doing swaps with people. So anyway, that is my project share for today from Alina Craft. And thank you, Alina, for these awesome dies that you've been sending us. And I hope you guys enjoyed my project today. Please leave me a comment, subscribe if you haven't, and click on that little bell button so you're notified of when I post a new video. And remember, next week I will be announcing the winner to my giveaway. So if you haven't joined the giveaway, please make sure you do check out the video. And I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.